Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, well, I don't know. Was it working for you or what? The intro? Or did it freeze up for you guys?
There's 15 people somehow here already, so.
Listen, guys, at least technical difficulty is somehow, but okay, here we go.
This is why we didn't announce this way earlier. I'll give everyone a couple minutes.
Right? Yeah. Okay, so I got my haircut yesterday. I'm about to do a reveal, and I did something very bold.
Okay.
To try to go with it. And I know you're going to gasp because it's something you and I never do. Okay, ready?
Are you wearing lipstick?
Yes. Okay, ready? I'm doing this just for fun.
Okay.
I'm afraid you're going to scream.
Let's see. Oh, it's good.
No, it's
I like that.
It's Yelp. I can't make it anymore, though, can I?
It's more like purpley.
Purple?
It's not purple, but it's not like bright red. It's like a rose. Okay.
Ew, I don't want a rose.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with roses. Hello, guys.
Hi. Listen,
I
you're
didn't
just
think anyone would
catching
actually
up with
join
two girlfriends here.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, we're not
Jody looks
gals,
refreshed and new, and I haven't showered in 2 days, so it's better.
Oh, hi, Amy. Hi, Michelle. Oh, good afternoon from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
We're trying this out for the first time, doing the live stream. It seems different for some reason. Sister Wives, I feel good with that now. Although the first couple times we did that, I was like, my butthole was just clenched.
Oh, stop.
It was horrifying.
Out, remember?
Yes, so I remember.
We'd both be in a full panic.
Yeah, we're trying this now. We might as well do this every week if everyone wants to join in the conversation.
Except now we have to shower and be fresh. But that's all right.
Well, I didn't, and I'm not. But
well, you'll look it. Some of us have to try harder, I guess.
All right. Okay. Well, we don't have that many topics for today. We didn't prepare very well. We had a whirlwind of a week.
Yeah. It's been.
Do you want to tell everyone your news, or do you want to keep that to yourself?
Maybe hold off a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
It's nothing too crazy, guys. But
it's good. It's good stuff, though.
Yeah. So. I'm getting used to this new hair and lighting. You know when you get a new haircut and you gotta have couple. Stop it! But you have a couple days of just figuring it out, and your first styling, you're always like, wait, what do I? And then you're not used to it, and then So
my hair pretty much just looks like this all the time, unless it's Sister Wives Sunday.
Oh, I mean. It's gonna be pulled back in probably about 6.5 minutes anyway. Oh,
you got your scrunchie ready?
Oh, do I? I got scrunchies, I got little clippies, I got the whole thing over here. Oh, thanks, Darlene.
Okay, anxiety podcast. Hello. I want to say thanks for everyone for buying a bunch of merchandise. We were just coming in. We're making $2 here, $1 here.
And Coyote Pass, it's a thing now.
But there's a sale at Redbubble right now. So this isn't even us really promoting ourselves. We make literally nothing off of this. It's more just for branding.
It's criminal how much these places take, but whatever.
Yeah, hey, but if you guys get something, post a picture in our group page. We Love to Hate TV. Come join us over there in the group if you're not there already. But we don't have very many topics for today.
Look at your shirt.
What?
I Heart Dubai. Where'd you get that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my dad shoved it in my mailbox a couple weeks ago.
Oh, well, that's great.
And I found it 3 days later, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, so international.
And I said, oh, thanks. And he said, yeah, it's been sitting in my closet in a bag for 2 years.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Just while you're ahead, say thanks.
I was walking out to my car yesterday and this van rolled up and parked at the end of my driveway. And I look at it and it's my dad driving some random van I've never seen before. I'm like, what's this van? And he's like, oh, I'm just borrowing it. And then he just handed me a check from the government. Because in Canada, we get checks every few weeks just because.
What?
Yeah. For climate change and then like GST rebates. So I made like $150 yesterday. But he passed it to me and then he just kept rolling. He didn't even stop the car.
He just like flings it out.
Hi,
paper cut to the eyeball.
God.
Oh,
but
Lord.
Somebody, when you join our group, you have to answer like, what's an inside joke from our podcast? And most people now are new and they don't really know us yet. And it's fine. You can just say, I don't know.
I'll just say like, I'm from YouTube or something.
But
right?
one person a couple of days ago wrote as an inside joke, Amanda's dad sucks.
Oh, no.
I was like, yeah, I guess that's pretty funny.
It's funny. That's funny. Okay, I'm being annoying with the hair. Sorry.
Yeah, just leave it.
Okay. Okay. Speaking of hair, can we just jump into Love is Blind here?
You don't want to talk about Aaron Carter?
Oh yeah, I guess we should probably do that, but first before
let's end with Love is Blind. That'll be like our big thing because I have a lot to say about Love is Blind.
Yeah. So I think everyone got the alerts, whether it was CNN or on the news or whatever. Oh gosh, he passed, and everyone's like, oh boy, it's time. It's sad. Yeah. He's been having a rough several years, decade or two.
I feel bad now for constantly making fun of his turn in Seussical on Broadway.
That's what I thought of.
It's been in my head for 2 days.
Go ahead.
It's possible. Anything's possible. You can find it online.
I heard
cute. That. Cute little baby.
Sure. I heard that Nick Carter did some sort of tribute at one of their concerts. I don't follow Nick Carter because he's the number one person that I would like to just high five in the face because he's got a very high fiveable face. But I feel bad for him. And didn't we do an episode of House of Carters?
That's where I discovered that wonderful clip.
That's right. Yeah, that family has been through a lot. That's really tragic.
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of stuff out there now saying that there needs to be a crackdown now on like kids shouldn't even be allowed to be in like the industry at all until they're 18.
I mean, I can see that.
I kind of agree with. Even like, I was listening to Blank Check. Have you ever listened to that podcast? It's good. It's a movie.
No,
podcast.
But I know it. Yeah.
Okay, and they're doing Stanley Kubrick right now, and I just listened to the episode of The Shining, and they were saying like this, it's fucked up that they made this kid go through this, and like they said that the kid in the movie, they did as best they could to make him think that he wasn't even in a horror movie. But he did that one movie and then he like didn't do anything. I think his parents were like, yeah, we're not doing this. And which I think was good.
It's almost freakier that he didn't know he was in a horror movie.
Yeah, but then if you look at, have you ever seen like the behind the scenes like biopic about, no, it's not a biopic. It's like the behind the scenes of the making of The Shining.
Or is it biopic? Is it biopic or biopic?
I would say I think you can say either.
Okay.
It's biographical.
No, I haven't. I've maybe seen the movie once, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I think I've only seen it a couple times, but the mistreatment of Shelley Duvall is insane. Like Stanley Kubrick would make them do like 150 takes, and like there's scenes of her like laying on the ground, just like having like a full panic attack because like he's put her through so much. And she said that like she'd wake up in the morning and just be like, I have to scream now, and I have to scream and cry for the next 15 hours. And it was just awful. And he treated her horribly because he wanted her to be in like a state of like constant like shock all the time and like fear. And then meanwhile, awful. Like your co-star is Jack Nicholson, who's terrifying just as himself.
Remember when Jack Nicholson dated, was it Laura Flynn Boyle? No.
He did date Angelica Houston.
Guys, let us know in the comments. I think it was Laura Flynn Boyle.
I can see that. I think he was a little bit of a ladies' man.
Yeah. I have actually stumbled upon Shelley Duvall TikTok. Her daughter does TikToks with her. I mean, she's not in the best state, but she's just kind of like asking her mom questions and stuff.
She's better than she was on that Dr. Phil show. He did her so dirty. They shouldn't have aired that.
I barely remember that. Yeah, wasn't she homeless or something at the time?
No, she wasn't homeless, but she just seemed like she shouldn't have been on TV, and he was completely exploiting her.
Oh, shocking. I mean, Dr. Phil, one of the best guys ever. Oprah brings all the best onto TV.
I remember Dr. Phil did like a 3-part series with that Michelle girl from that
Cash Me Outside,
the Ariel Castro thing.
Oh, that's oh, you're obsessed with that.
I'm obsessed with that, and she like he did like a whole like 3-parter with her, I think.
Like, let's relive everything.
Yeah, let's relive everything, and like let's exploit you, and like let's take some B-roll of us just walking through a park together, like talking.
Ugh.
Awful.
Okay, the only time now I just don't catch Dr.
Laura
Phil.
Flynn Boyle. Amy says yes, it was Laura Flynn
Oh,
Boyle.
thank you. Normally we are recording, or I'm busy, so I don't get to see Dr. Phil. But when the kids were little, I think it fell right during their afternoon nap times, and I would catch some of the episodes. And the best ones, it's terrible, but the best ones were the online catfishing, where it would be like some 70-year-old woman, and she was convinced that an expat who now lives in
Africa,
Nigeria, in Morocco, who was like an ex-Navy SEAL, needed money, and he loves her, and he's on his way. And man, I would watch the shit out of those things. But Dr. Phil's whole thing is right at the end, he'll exploit. Last segment, you know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to get you help in your local area. And then he walks off with his freaking weirdo ass wife.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah. They have to watch out holding hands.
Justine is really sounding off about Justine has feelings about the Ariel Castro thing. She said Michelle really had a lot of she loved the publicity. Yeah, I think she was also like slow a little bit.
Well, and God, I don't blame her.
I mean, come on. I mean, let her make as much money as possible. And Amanda Berry and Gina wrote the book and dipped. I own that book, and it's an audiobook, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Farm Girl Nurse Doc wants to know what we're drinking, coffee or hard liquor. Just a good old store brand purified water.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, it's not too early. Come on now, it's never too early.
No. Actually, I got a bottle of wine at the store last night. I know, crazy, so unlike me. I mean, normally I do go for a box because I like to.
It's a deal.
As rich as possible. Right?
You're losing money if you're not buying in bulk.
Exactly. I'm keeping the orchard industry alive. But I got a bottle of Oyster Bay.
Yeah,
Oyster Bay.
It's a good one.
Because it was refrigerated, and it was such a rough day. And I had to run home, and I had to go to the store because Paige needed white duct tape. It had to be white. And of course, does the store have white duct tape? No. So then I have to go make a second stop. But anyway, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to get myself a nice cold bottle of wine. I'm going to treat myself to that like $9 bottle, Oyster Bay doesn't do well with me anymore. I woke up with a headache, and I only had like half a bottle.
Yeah, can't do it. Can't do it, babe.
No, I could do wine, but just, I don't know, something about it just didn't sit well with me. I don't know why. And I never get hungover because high tolerance, big gal, little this, little that. But anyway, so Aaron Carter. So I looked up this morning because I kept seeing this photo everywhere of him and Hilary Duff. And this is that age gap thing. Like, I kind of knew maybe they were dating, but that little tween scene was a little after me. But I guess she is coming out. Okay, so I stole this from UK Daily Mail. You can kind of read it if you're watching with us. For those of you who are listening, Hilary Duff, who is now 35, that's wild. They dated 2000 on and off until 2003. Think about this. That was 20 years ago. Yikes. There was they're saying is like an unauthorized autobiography that he was kind of writing with this guy.
Somebody immediately picked it up now.
Yeah, or he's releasing it, but then people are like, oh, well, he really shouldn't be doing that. It is pretty disgusting timing, and that's what Hilary Duff has kind of come out to say. So his memoir was co-written with author Andy Simons over 3 years and is set for release by Ballast Books on November 15th. So the guy that was writing it with him. To water down Aaron's life story to what seems to be unverified clickbait for profit is disgusting, says Hilary Duff and his family. They're all saying the same thing. They could have waited a while. This is
I think
it is pretty disgusting. Yeah, so here is a look at the cover. Aaron Carter, An Incomplete Story of an Incomplete Life, which, too soon.
I don't like that title, babe.
And I wonder, because I didn't know this, but I guess he has a very young son.
Yeah.
Like maybe under a year or two old. So I just hope that this author does the right thing and either sets up a trust or, I mean, I'm sure he's going to take his cut if they were writing it together, but
or donates money to some kind of like drug and alcohol abuse thing or something. But it should go to his son probably.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
I saw like he dated Lindsay Lohan. I remember that was like a whole thing.
Yeah. Were you into him, or was that a little
no, Justine is into
time?
Him. No, Justine's like, right, Justine? Aren't you obsessed with him for some reason?
We have Justine, the Shore Store podcast, in the chat right now.
She likes interesting people. But
they released some music right after his death too. Wow. I hope it's good music at least.
Oh, Justine's not into him.
Oh, Justine's
so into someone
Justine,
weird.
Don't be shy. It's okay.
She loves Joe Gorga. Okay. But Lindsay Lohan, I saw her on TikTok being interviewed a couple days ago, and she was talking about doing like a Freaky Friday sequel with Jamie Lee Curtis. Because Jamie Lee Curtis is a little
that
thirsty.
Movie was pretty good. Very thirsty.
Yeah, like
I don't like it. She ruined it. She ruined herself by going on Housewives. I hate to say it, but it's true.
No, I agree. But I saw Freaky Friday in the theaters with my dad back when we liked each other, and we both loved it.
Such a cute date.
Yeah, I think we went to the theater and we were like, I guess Freaky Friday. Like there was just nothing else to see. But
how old
were you? Well, when did that come out? I was a teenager. Like
okay.
Like I wasn't a kid.
So it was cool then to go with your dad when you were a
teenager. No, it was like we were both like I guess we'll see this. But Lindsay Lohan seems like she's doing really well.
Yeah, she was good. Well, from what I remember, because I kind of remember The Parent Trap came out. And it was when my nieces were younger. So that had to be early 2000s or so. Yeah, Freaky Friday was definitely a banger back in. But I liked her in The Parent Trap. The original is always the best.
And Mean Girls.
Oh, that's right. Mean Girls. Tina Fey, a fellow improv artist such as myself.
Of course, yes. I'm not part of that world, babe. But no, what I'm saying is on this interview, she seems like she's doing like great now. She's filled out. Her face is kind of settled. Her hair, like she just looks healthy now. She's very well spoken and eloquent. And she was like, "Yeah, we're both into doing this Freaky Friday sequel." And I got like excited. I'm like, good for her. I'm like happy for her because I always was rooting for her.
Yeah. She's on the cover of Cosmo this month. Remember I signed up for Cosmo thinking there was going to be like just some fun quizzes and stuff for us to do. I have 3 months of magazines I have not opened at all. The first one, Tiffany Haddish on the cover, and it came out right when that whole Tiffany Haddish thing happened. I'm like, oof, bad timing. But magazines, I wanted to have that same like, thrill when you get a magazine in the mail, like YM.
Oh, YM. Oh, that was the one. YM's the one that would always have the shit stories, right? Say Anything.
Say Anything, or like the Why Me's, or like.
No, it was called Say Anything. 100%. Okay. Say Anything. I know
there was 17, but 17 was kind of risque. That was like the Cosmo of teenage magazines. YM was lit.
YM was the
YM was awesome.
I liked it.
Hey, listen, the original Freaky Friday with Jodie Foster. Yeah,
I remember that one I saw. The video store across the street from my house, I used to just go and rent all the old like Escape from Witch Mountain and shit like that. Pollyanna. Thomasina the cat.
Oh my God, you know what I want to do? Okay, I'm not going to get into a Pete's Dragon Hole with you because, I mean, we can go.
That was me and my dad's movie. My dad's getting a lot of airtime.
Apple.
Yes. Apple. They fried it.
I've never wanted an apple more.
Have you seen the updated one now? They updated
Pete's Dragon?
Yes, and it looks so bad. I mean, it looks good.
With Bryce Dallas Howard or something,
No. They just Pete's Dragon from the 70s, but they went in and reanimated Elliot, and he just looks like completely. But it's not even remastered. They completely reanimated it, and it's just not the same.
No, I want that crisp fired apple that goes.
Yeah.
Oh, those apples. I liked. What was I just gonna say? Oh, I would like to do a rewatch of Pippi Longstocking.
Pippi Longstockings.
That song is a banger.
I honestly don't even know if I've seen the whole thing straight through. So I don't know if it's going to slap.
It's, na 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 na. That was, they're like skating and washing the floor with brushes on their feet.
Oh, actually, yeah, that does ring a bell.
Na 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 na. Am I really annoying everyone else?
I can't wait to hear what the song really sounds like.
I want to find it. Okay. Tap dance a little bit. What else do we have?
Helen Reddy. I'll be your candle on the water. I used to always skip that song when I was a kid, and now it's the best. It really is the best song in there.
I still have Nick Kachanov's dog cam from his doggy daycare pulled up.
Yeah, Nick's dog went to daycare today, and he sent us the live link, and we all sat and watched it at like 6 a.m.
For some reason, it's addictive. I'm like, I don't know, but someone needs to take that husky out of there.
The husky,
is a bully now.
And the dogs need to be attended, and I was nervous that there was no water bowls to be seen.
No, I worried about it too. It's in that back area where there's a little doorway and there's water bottle. The water bottles I saw.
Thank God.
I know. I saw some tugs wagging. I got a little scared.
All right.
So what about SNL? Just want to touch on it this week because did you watch it with Amy Schumer?
I did. This might have been my least favorite of the season.
Really? See, I thought she did pretty good.
I thought this is, I think, her worst showing. Wow. I like the Watcher sketch.
Oh yeah, that was funny. That was really funny. Weird. I don't get up and eat in the middle of the night.
What?
Why is he always lying just about me, you guys?
It's good. The Weekend Update wasn't very good. I don't know. I'm missing the old cast a lot. I'm missing my Kyle Mooney.
I was just surprised that I enjoyed it as much as I did, I guess. I'm trying to see if I can find the video. Okay, I'm gonna need to find the song later, but there was a banger in that Pippi. Is that it for SNL? Is that all we got?
I mean, I don't know. Like what
there was some guy singing who was not that good.
Who? I never watched the musicals.
Yeah, I don't either. It's some guy, I guess part of a song or like a lyric on a song went TikTok viral.
Oh.
But it's kind of like one of those things where, I mean, we've all been to like a concert where the opener has one thing that's kind of popular on the radio.
Yeah.
And they play that one song and then everything else, everyone's like, boo, get off the stage.
I think a lot of people will wait to the very end to do that song too.
Oh, it was
I know
just
Dave
really
Matthews
bad.
Band always ends with ants marching.
Shut up.
SNL, Amy.
Ants marching is like the vanilla of their songs.
I know. I'm aware of it.
Someone who's probably went to, I don't know, at least 20 DMB concerts back in the day. Justine asks if it was worse than watching Fresh Off the Boat. Guys, that show is so bad.
It is not. It's good. It's good. I loved it.
Okay, is anyone in the chat here watched Fresh Off the Boat and thought it was so funny?
Well, okay. By the way, it didn't even get canceled.
Dead crickets. People are leaving.
Constance Wu wanted to leave, and that's why the show ended. They like offered her money to stay.
Season 2?
So it didn't even get canceled.
I can tell. I don't think she wanted to be there in season 2 either. Wasn't that good?
Hey, here we go.
Come on, you guys. Come on.
Hey,
the best part of the episode was
look at this. Look at what's happening here.
Then I got given the wrong episode. We watched what was it? Huang's Giving.
And I loved it. And I watched it.
Rexley was funny. The boyfriend was funny. You were agreeing with so many different things though. Well, see, the thing is, wait, hold on, let me throw this up here. Okay, so Priscilla says, I grew up in an immigrant family. Totally get that. And I do appreciate that there is some like real life families on TV. It's not just
backtracking.
Shut up. I'm not backtracking at all. My point is that the show, it was supposed to take place in 1995 for some reason. I get it. The writer, creator grew up during that time. However, it being 1995 plays zero part of any of the
internet
or anything.
And then I guess kind of made sense.
And then it was like very 80s. The one uncle was 80s, and it just nothing quite
couch
matched up. Yeah. So maybe I gotta watch a bunch of episodes.
Michelle said, don't feel bad. I don't understand people's love for Big Bang Theory, Gilmore Girls.
Okay, Michelle, we have the same taste. Yeah.
No, we don't either. What we always love, we have another podcast called Total Request Podcast. Check it out on Patreon. And that's where we watch Fresh Out of the Boat, actually. And whenever people suggest like a Gilmore Girls or a Dawson's Creek, those are some of our funnest episodes.
Because they're insane.
We like the bad shows. Yeah.
They're insane. Dawson's Creek. There's still one more that I think that you need to watch in Dawson's Creek. I think there was one more that I had for you. I'm sure
there's several.
Well, I mean,
Seventh Heaven.
I saw on TikTok there is an episode. I probably saw what
you're talking about too. I think it's where they kiss, where the brother and sister want to kiss.
Yeah, there's like something with like brother sister, they want to make out with each other.
Yeah, that
one. Okay, we gotta watch that one too.
Okay.
Yeah, Gilmore Girls was just like it's probably like listening to us, but man, it was like there wasn't a second to breathe in that hour. It was crazy. Okay, so let's get into some Love is Blind here because
let's do it. This is the big news of the week so we have a TikTok account, guys, just so you know. So check us out on TikTok.
It's so, I mean, like the creativity that we do on this, it's so unique.
Hey, very one of a kind. The two that I've done.
I'm just saying, don't expect like to see us getting up there doing our.
There's not going to be like us on a green screen and going.
I was 10 and I'm a no.
Yeah, we're not doing
that's not happening.
We're not being seen on it. But Jody was like, you need to get on there and change our algorithm. So because it was like all mommy.
It was videos. The worst when we opened it.
So then I just started liking like everything from like Sister Wives and Love is Blind.
Same. Yeah.
And then for like pretty much an entire day, that was the only
thing.
Were you getting that too?
Yes.
I would like with Sister Wives, Love is Blind, Sister Wives, Love is Blind.
Exclusively. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we've sorted it out now.
Well, then I added our fan favorites, Lady Fire 343, A Little Simple Treasures for You, Positively Awesome Isaac. Yeah, Betty Rage is mine. You know, once you throw some of those in the algorithm, it starts mixing it up a bit. But you have some great ones on there.
Great what?
TikToks that you made.
That I made. Yeah, it should be way longer than it should have, but go check it out, guys.
I made the Borat one. It's okay. I was impressed with
the Borat one was good.
Yep.
Now, I'm sure there's like lots of different things we could do, but like what we've done is pretty good for two women in their 40s.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you look at there's like women in their like 60s doing like all these professional shit. We'll point to something and it'll like make me like
they're like, hey, when I was this. Almost.
I don't know. We'll get there. We'll do it. But Love is Blind. This is the big news. I go back and forth on all this shit. My opinion has changed.
You told me that I was going to have a swing at the end.
I didn't say. I said I'm interested to see if you have a swing.
I don't know yet. I'll see how I feel after we kind of go through this. So let's go through our weddings. I kind of loaded some in here. So I believe our first wedding was Bartise. And where do I have them? Somewhere here.
By the way, I didn't watch. I fast forwarded just to the altar on all of these.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, here's something I saw on Twitter here. I think we can all agree about Bartise. And for those who are listening, it's a photo of a dog taking a little poop, but instead of seeing its butt in the poop, you just see Bartise's face.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he sucks. They were not meant to be together.
And I'm pissed that they didn't lay into him more in the reunion like they did for Cole.
I think they kind of did.
Yeah, but I think Bartise, they're both young and they both say really dumb, offensive shit. But I think Cole does it from a place of just being a very like
Bartise.
Boy. Yeah, I know. And Bartise says his shitty stuff from a place of like, I'm being a douchebag. Yeah. Whereas Cole, I don't think means to offend anyone. Although no excuse, but Bartise should have been more laid into.
Someone told Bartise that he's mature for his age and he believed it. Because he keeps saying, he's like, I know, I can't believe I'm 25. But I'm like, no, absolutely. I would peg you for 25.
Yeah, you're exactly 25.
And your hair sucks. And I can confirm my
Darlene.
hair
Hi,
girl even said the
Darlene.
same thing.
Bartise
His
is
hair is
Bartise's
terrible.
biggest fan. Yeah, yeah, he is. No one else is looking at Bartise like, whoa.
No, he's not that cute. Look at him here.
No.
You're not that cute, dude, at all. I think he's average. Definitely not hot enough to be carrying the attitude that he has.
Oh, that's right. Michelle says no one called out Bartise for putting a 1-limit abortion pass. I forgot that.
Right.
Yeah, they should have discussed that. And
well, I mean, then we wouldn't have had the time for Vanessa Lachey to tell us how her heart was in her throat when she was watching together. She was watching with Nick and she said, Nick. And why was she reaching over the whole time? And she had like her arm reached over on Nick's leg, grabbing his knee.
Did you notice this at all? No one's trying to go after him. Yes, she was very hunched over the whole time. She
her
only
arm was
said
around Nick. He'll have the peas.
She only said like 4 things this whole time, but like because last reunion she talked the whole goddamn time and she was annoying. But this was more a concentrated level of annoying. Like every time she said something, I wanted to like throw something at the TV.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so we never went for Bartise about that. But I mean, you can't blame him because look who he's stuck with here. Look at this busted girl.
This hair,
the hair was really
did
bad,
that
though.
to her.
It looks bad.
My God. Maybe
it looks really bad.
Maybe it looked better in person, but even in this photo, looks 10 times better than it did filming. And it still looks busted here.
Yeah, it looks terrible. Really. It was
even Zanab's. I always say her name wrong. Zanab. Even her hair. Maybe I just don't like it lighter. I really liked her with darker hair, but just the hair was very prom-ish, and I didn't like it. And she looked gorgeous on her wedding day. Yeah. So Nancy, first of all, her laugh annoys the fuck out of me. It's like she's trying to sound like a little girl. Like, I'm cutesy. Oh my God. They're so not compatible at all. No. Her family saw it. I don't know what. And
Nancy should have given Bartise? Is that his name? Everyone keeps calling him barista.
I love that.
Like TikTok and stuff. She should have given him the speech that Zanab gave Cole, because he broke her down. I think more than Cole broke down Zanab.
Yeah, they did the same thing for sure.
He was way meaner to Nancy, and then he would just like ignore her, like just like there'd be scenes where like she'd be in the room on her phone, and then he'd be like out in the front room just like playing video games or on his computer or something.
Yeah, when he was like, her. I mean, you look at Raven and then you look at me, and obviously people would be like, oh, obviously we should be together because we're both like hot people. Again, you're not that good looking. God, to have the confidence of an average man. How can Nancy be attracted to a man who holds such atrocious views towards women? Exactly. Immediately, I would have been like,
confidence. She has low self-esteem, like most women are taught to have.
Yeah, but she had a lot to say during this reunion too. And I get it. This is your time to voice things. But did you notice that she and Zay had the same dress?
The orange?
The same, the same wedding dress.
Oh, no. This is all, I watched this
different. It fit different, but they had the same dress, and I didn't notice that until they were showing flashbacks. I'm like, oh my God. I thought it was really pretty, but I thought it looked better on Zay. I don't think it was the right dress. Okay, wait, who was the second couple? Was it Zay and Cole?
Yeah. Well, let's talk. So Nancy and Bartise. So
right.
He says no, and then she walks out, and and then I was annoyed with her mom.
Like, the mom needed to go.
Bye. Like, she's fine. What do you think you're gonna do? She's like 4'8". Do you think you're gonna like punch him?
No, but I do think producer said go in there. I mean, we have to think about the stuff going on behind the scenes because they knew that would elevate it.
Yeah, well, it was annoying.
Go talk to them. Go see what's going on. Go. And so she went because she's following their directions. Because you could tell she got there and she didn't know what to say. But I did not like how Bartise was kind of barking up to her brother.
Yeah, and I appreciated her brother more than her mom.
Yeah, but Bartise was like, "Oh, well, people just like stay out of it," and it's like, Okay, well, listen, when you get married, yeah, you may not want to have, like, the family involved. They don't have to be, but they're not gonna just be, like, completely separate unless your spouse that you just got married to is okay with that, and she's not,
Right.
so be
But
respectful
no,
about
and
it.
nothing really got resolved at the reunion, just they haven't
Mm,
talked, and great, and he gets off the hook, basically.
yeah. Yep. Oh, wait, and then he hooked up with another girl. God, you guys, I feel so
Right.
busted right now. I think I'm bad. It's the lips. It's the lips. It's too dark,
Beautiful.
babe. Um, yeah, I believe that he was with another girl, but then but he's like, I don't see why my sex life is anyone else's business here. I prefer to keep my sex life private." Okay. Well, you just put it out there. I mean, my God, of course they're gonna be talking about it. If you're posting on Instagram with some chick on a boat, then that's free reign. Free, what's the word I'm looking for?
Rain.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Also, though, seems like the
Free
women
game.
really got together, like, behind the scenes, which I'm totally all for girl power, but a lot of this was like, "Let's just gang up on all the men." Like,
Yeah.
it was very pick a little, talk a little to me.
Ooh, I like that. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little.
Yeah. So, I was a little annoyed with the women here. Like, the men kinda didn't stand a chance, like, they didn't really even give the men a chance to kind of say anything, which, I
What
mean,
are they
I
gonna
hate men.
say?
Like, I
Yeah,
really
I was
hate
gonna
men.
say.
But I just a
Mm,
lot of it was a lot of it was just a lot of, like, we're gonna gang up on them, and it's like, "Okay, just, like, can you just let it breathe for a second?"
right.
Also, none of the women had any information because, again, they all get, like, proven wrong by this Clementine
Oh, the
gate
cuties?
or cutie gate.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
I'm
discuss that
really
later.
glad they put that in at the end, but yeah, we'll save that.
Oh,
Okay, so the
so
next
cute.
couple wait, hold on, well, we could talk about it, I guess, right? Because our next couple
Oh, yeah.
oh, you did. Oh.
See, now he was crying, and that's
Sure.
he's not I don't think he's a narcissist because I do not think that narcissists can cry. Can
Okay.
actually cry. And I think he was genuinely sorry. And
Okay.
I wasn't like, my heart went out to him. I wasn't like, oh, great. Like he's forgiven completely. But I do think that Zanab went into this relationship with a ton of already established self-esteem issues. So a lot of it was kind of like
That's gonna
he
be
would
really
say,
hard to have self-esteem
yeah, what's
issues.
that
I feel
like?
bad
But
for girls who
I
do
think he'd
that.
say something that he just didn't realize would be that bad. And then she would take that and just in her head it would blow up. And I've been there. I've been that girl before, and I'm sure it's
But she
super
did tell
irritating.
him. We
Yeah, I
saw
know.
one of those long conversations where she said when he was comparing her to, Colleen, ballerina, and she said that, like, "How am I supposed to feel when you're saying this girl's hotter than I am and we're engaged?"
Absolutely. No,
So
absolutely.
wrong. So, yeah. But
But
yes, I
also
agree with you.
a lot of they even in the cutie clip they showed at the end, she was being such a bitch to him the whole time, and he was like all he seemed a little coked out possibly. He's like, yeah, let's go to England. We're gonna meet your mom, and it'll be so fun. And she's like, yeah, that's not gonna work, Cole. Like she was
Oh, I
just,
didn't think he was coked out. I think that's just, like, he's high energy, ADD. I think at
he
that
was,
point, she was
yeah,
already done with him. I think she
that's
was
true,
having a bad day, she was already done with him, she
right?
wasn't feeling it, and it's really hard to get excited and meet the level or the energy level of someone at that point when you're just not into it.
Yeah, now the interesting thing about that is that, um, she says, like, at the reunion, exactly the words that were said. She's like, "I ate a peanut butter and a scoop of peanut butter and a banana, and then he said this, and I said this," and that is exactly the words that were said, but then when you see it, it's like, "Oh,
There
well,
was a lot of
it was
context
all
around
the
it too.
same words," but it is very interesting to just see how just inflection and
Mhm.
I don't think he was saying you're fat. I think he was just like, "Oh, we're about to go out and there's gonna be like this huge spread." Like, I
Mhm.
really think
Like,
that's all
"Get
he was saying.
excited, save your
Yeah,
appetite."
and he
Yeah.
didn't even have any like, appetito. Like, he was just kind of being silly, but at that
Mhm.
point, still, you also, he's
Okay, but we
young.
okay, but okay, and she's a small girl. For anyone who maybe has been what's considered overweight or a bigger gal, that would be nothing. We'd be like, oh my God, he is so complimentary. Because the shit that we have heard that's like, you fat, is so blatant and so much worse that probably would have went over our heads. But for her, this might be the first guy that maybe has said stuff like that to her, you know?
I don't think so, because I think that her self-esteem issues obviously stem from somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure she dated someone. Why do I look like fucking Robin right now?
No,
like
you don't. I look busted and this red lipstick I'm not used to, and it's the first day of the new hair. Blah. Okay, so yeah, he cries because he says, I feel bad. That wasn't my intention. And she really did just let it go at the wedding.
Yeah. And then I actually, like, at the reunion, I was kind of on everyone's side when they were like, when he was like, no, that was crazy that you said that. And then he like, and then they're like, well, maybe don't say crazy. And I was like, yes, true, because that needs to be, men need to stop calling women crazy.
Well, at first he's like, I mean, it's insane that you would say blah, blah. And then, oh, it's crazy that you would say, and I agree with that. And I get what he's saying. It's just a turn of phrase. We say that all the time. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. That's insane.
Right.
But again, that triggers her because that's what he would tell her. Are you bipolar? Are you crazy? Because you're saying it this way.
But then he did say there was a context to that like she had mentioned, like that didn't come out of nowhere. That was something that they had like discussed before. So I did feel bad for him. I don't think he gets to be off the hook because I think he did say a lot of stupid stuff. He's super immature. And I was kind of on his side a little bit. But then he's coming up on my TikToks a lot. And I'm like,
no.
Go bye-bye and like lay low so that we can feel sorry for you a little bit.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I think he's just, I mean, they never should have been together. They were a bad match. I think we've always said that Cole and Colleen should have been together. I think that would have been a better match. Colleen, the ballerina.
No, I knew who Colleen is. Well, do you want to talk about her?
Sure. Wait, before we do that, so I want to show a photo.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, so this is from,
I was gonna read this,
Zay's Instagram. And at first, she posted just like an open letter to Cole that says, Cole, I fought for us until I couldn't fight anymore. Basically, why I said what I said. And if you aren't ready to admit it and talk about it, well, there's nothing more I can do. But I did love you, Zay. Then everyone started going crazy on her because they saw the cutie scene. And this is what she says. The only apology the internet will get. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you weren't in this relationship. I'm sorry that you didn't feel what I felt. I'm sorry we don't have the same triggers. I'm sorry for me standing up for myself. Offended you so greatly. I'm sorry you didn't see all the reasons for what I said. I'm sorry you didn't live that with me. I'm sorry that you don't know me. I'm sorry that your insecurities are different than my own. Okay, she goes on and on and on. Then she starts talking about Deep D's wedding because people were comparing what Zay said at the altar to what Deep D said at the altar, but it was different. But let me just read. So she says, I'm sorry Deep D's wedding was a week before mine, long before you or I knew her story. I'm sorry you are attacking my faith. Keeps going on. But she basically says, like, I'm not the villain. I'm sorry that I'm your bad guy. I promise you I'm not. One thing about me, I choose my words carefully and I stand by everything I said. Okay, so the comparison, did you see this? The comparison with Deep D?
No.
Where people were like, okay, well, Deep D said, when Deep D went up and said to Shake, I'm not going to marry you, she didn't put him on blast. And he said, from what we saw, worse things like, would I be able to pick you up? And
he didn't feel bad at all. He wasn't like sad about it afterward. He was more like a Cody Brown where he was just embarrassed that his ego was hurt.
Whereas I think Cole was the same way though.
I don't know. I thought that,
I think he was really embarrassed.
But then knowing later, but at the reunion when he said, he's like, I got in the car and I was saying to my friends, like, no, she's gonna text. She's gonna text. I believe that he was thinking that. He was like, no,
because no girls ever turned him down.
I don't know. He got me.
I'm not saying he's all evil. I'm not saying he's evil.
I would never date him.
Like, I think he's just cocky and immature.
But I think that Bartise is a bad person. I think he's more malicious and like mean and hates women. I
think Cole's got a little bit more depth to him than Bartise.
Yeah. And I think Cole could grow from this, whereas Bartise, I think, will probably double down.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I totally agree.
But
well, anyway, the whole thing being is that people were like, yeah, and the comments were like, yeah, but what Deepti said was, I choose myself. She didn't say, go into it. You treated me like a piece of shit. You put me down. I had to manipulate myself for you. She just kind of did it in a classier, quote unquote way. I mean, whatever. We weren't there for all the moments. And I mean, it is what it is. And truth be told, like, Cole and Zay, no one's going to remember either of you in about 2 weeks,
If that.
Yeah. Oh, this is a really good point. Okay, but for real, why open with that prayer when you're going to drag him? I was shook. Yeah, I get it too.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
Yeah, look, I don't think that Cole is a bad person. I think he could learn from this and learn how to not use certain words and, stuff. He's oh, it's me. You got a picture of me at the wedding.
No, this is absolutely me. This is the reaction when she said, I manipulated myself, or I tried to manipulate myself for you. It was the guest in the audience. And then she did a Jim from The Office and she looked right into the camera like, whoa.
I did laugh out loud when later Zanab said to the camera, she's like, was it really ghetto that my friends all clapped? That was pretty funny.
Actually, I'm so glad you brought that up before we move on to the next one, because he said, yeah, and I just thought it was like really crappy how all of your friends clapped. Okay, but she couldn't help that. I don't think she told everyone ahead of time, hey, everyone break out into applause.
Also, I'm sure that she made him sound much worse than he was to her friends. Yeah. So I'm sure that I would clap too. If you told some dude who you told me was calling you fat and monitoring every meal and pulling food away from you, which I don't really believe. I would clap too. But do we believe now that because he said, like, please, if you have this footage of this orange thing, please show it. And he seemed just as flabbergasted about the story of him kissing someone on the bachelor party.
Yeah.
She seemed very sure about what happened there, but he seemed I kind of believed him there.
None of the guys really.
Yeah.
I mean, they all seem kind of the same way. Like, no, I don't know.
I feel like they must have had a conversation that obviously got misconstrued.
Yeah.
And I guess it does.
I don't know.
She probably needs to get into therapy for her like self-image issues. But she really did. When he cried and he said, look what I did, I completely ruined someone's self-esteem. I wish I could hear that from Bacon Fingers.
Yeah.
Or like several of the guys that had crab cakes.
That disgusting kid in high school who said I looked like the old Ricky Lake and I was fat and he was pimply and zitty and oily and disgusting.
Oh, I mean, don't even get me started on like people from junior high that bullied me.
Hold on, I have a yearbook here. I just forgot about this. Okay, I'm gonna look for the kid. I'll cover up his name.
Okay.
Okay, so then, you know who we kind of skipped past because, okay, let's talk about Raven. Ooh, I didn't realize it was going to be so blurry. Sorry about that. Raven and SK.
All right. I'm just bored.
I really wasn't surprised, actually.
Yeah, no, it seemed like they were going to continue to talk. Like after the wedding, it seemed like they would just continue to be friends and talk and be in a relationship. But I wasn't
surprised that he said no.
Oh, right. But I also wasn't surprised they stayed together.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah. I think she got a really weird edit because she seemed very different at the reunion than she did the whole season.
Yeah. She seemed like kind of more not boring, but not as like
outgoing.
Sexy. Yeah.
She seemed just kind of like more quiet and more sweet.
That's
better. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, meek and mild woman is better.
Vanessa's mic was turned up way too loud. I think it was at this time where she said, so are you guys still together? And they're like, yeah, we're still dating. And Vanessa like blew out her mic. And then they like got up and hugged and Vanessa's like, oh my God, we like said you were like the two most opposite ends of the couches. Oh my God, you're like the most opposite ends.
I remember.
Oh my God, shut
and she was
the
like,
fuck up,
Raven, when SK's mom put your veil on, I was like, she did. I was like bent over, and I was like, Nick, oh my god.
You know, Nick is like chugging whiskey next to her, like
hates her.
Oh,
he absolutely hates her so much.
How could you not? Good God, she's annoying.
She's really, really annoying. I hope to God I do not seem like that kind of personality. I mean, she absolutely orders for him whenever they go out. Yeah. She would be like a Cole. Like, oh, are you going to have the beef instead of the chicken? You already had beef for lunch. She's
but
that type.
You don't like steak.
Yes,
I do. I've always liked steak.
Well,
no, you don't.
Just let me cut the fat off. I always do it. Like pulling his plate over.
That's the best part.
Oh, just chew on that fat.
I go for the fattiest pieces of steak. I haven't had meat in forever because I'm broke. But
So how do you make it so that it doesn't get gross and chewy? Low and slow. Cook it low and slow.
I want that fat, man.
Yeah, but doesn't it get like gristly?
No.
How do you get it like melty?
I don't know. You just
You just gnaw right through it.
I'm just good at it. I'm just really good at cooking.
Yeah. Okay.
I love fatty steak.
I mean, what else about them?
Thank you. Nothing. I don't care about them. Good for them.
Yeah, they ended up being just kind of a boring couple.
Yeah, great. Alexa and what's his face?
And Brennon.
30 and white man 30s. White male 30.
I think it was Brennon, and I think Cole's middle name was Brennon too, if I remember correctly. I think it was Cole Brennon because I remember being like, "Oh, I think that's his middle name as well."
Okay.
I mean, so what do we think about them long term here? Look at her face. She's kind of got a stink face, and I don't know if it's just bad filler Botox placement or not.
You know what I think about this couple? I think that they are Cole and Chelsea. They know that they're like the star couple, and they're like gonna milk that. They're like the good couple with no issue.
I think she knows that. I don't think he's that into it.
Into her?
No, I think he's into her, but he doesn't really. He's not
into
really
the clout.
Yeah, I don't feel them long term. I think there's an infatuation, and it's gonna wear off. I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't care about them either.
I really liked her at first, and then
I
don't know.
She had thank you, Prasita. Super sticker. Wow.
Oh, thanks. Sorry, I was looking at her photos here.
Did you notice that
Botox? I love it.
At the reunion, Alexa's hair, she was doing a Kimberly hairstyle.
Oh, the hair is so bad. All of them. Yeah. Except, actually, I'll say Colleen's hair looked amazing. And all she did was just a blowout. And it looked so good. It was like you could see like a fan blowing. It was just like light. And
is that all we have to talk about? Because people are really talking about this too.
Sorry. I'm going back and forth to the photo. I was about to throw up. Okay. So she looked like a Bratz doll. That's hilarious. Okay. So we have Colleen and Matt.
Right. So now I forgot how much of a monster this guy was. But then once I was seeing everything on TikTok and everyone saying that this is definitely like a DV situation.
You think?
And she's
okay.
Because did you not? I noticed that she looked terrified.
Oh, I did too. I texted you and I'm like, what is going on with her? Look at her here.
Especially when they brought up like, okay, well, let's talk about this conversation between Colleen and Cole. She was like moving around in her seat. Yep. Like she was like, fuck. And I get that. Can you imagine if you've had a fight with your husband that has been a constant fight for like a year, and now we need to rehash it and watch it with the guy in the room? I would be just as uncomfortable. But the girl. Yeah. So I went back and I watched I just like fast forwarded to every scene with the two of them. And in a vacuum, he is terrible. And I feel so bad for her. And there's scenes where like
I need to rewatch it. I didn't catch that.
You do.
I mean, I caught it the first time after she talked to Cole, and he was just kind of like going nuts, kind of projecting shit onto her.
Yeah, no, I've been this girl, like, because he's like, because he can see that he's feeding off of how sorry she is. There's the scene where he's like eating steak, and they're like sitting outside, and she's just like, I just didn't know what to say in that situation. Like, I'm so sorry. And he's just like, nope, I mean, you should. And he's just like eating really aggressively, which is super rude. Because if you're having a conversation, like a heated conversation, don't be eating that's super like flippant. Fuck you. He's being aggressive. And then she goes into the bathroom and she's crying. And then he goes in and he's like, no, I'm leaving. And then she just has to, keeps begging him, like, please stay, don't leave. And then he's kind of pretending to leave, but then he doesn't leave so that she can keep begging him. And then she's standing there and she's just like, oh my God. And just the guilt trip. And so then he's like, get this fucking mic off me, bro. He's like he's yelling to the producer, like, wouldn't you be fucking pissed too? And the producer's like, I don't know. And he's like, no, you fucking would. So then he threatens to leave. Then they, I guess, make up. And then they go out and they all meet each other again. Like, everyone gets together at a bar. And he talks to, does he talk to Cole? Or, no, he talks to Zanab. Him and Zanab have a conversation, which sparks another fight. So now he goes over to Colleen and he's like, that was just so fucked up that you did that. And she's like, why are you bringing this up right now?
Right.
I've so been
look
there
at how close he's sitting the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
He is like right around her. And it looks like she lost a lot of weight too.
Yeah, the spark has left her
slight. Okay, my other thought was, I thought about that too. My other thought was she almost seemed a little pilled out, like a little like
Xannied.
Yeah, like maybe she was super nervous and she took something and she was just kind of like, because at times, like when she would laugh, she'd be like, she looked like she was herself again, and then it just went back to like. And if you notice when she's talking, because I went back and re-listened to some of these parts when they were sitting next to each other, and she was like a little slower when she's talking, and it was like I mean, I hope it's not a DV thing.
But like, go back to the picture. Go back to the picture of him. Okay. Any picture of him, and he looks.
Okay, let's go to this one.
Like, well, that one he looks.
Oh, okay.
Fine, I guess. Go to the one of the reunion.
Oh, okay. Okay,
well, just that one you can't even see his face. Okay. Sure, he just.
What's on his eyebrow? Holy shit, he has got Janelle Evans eyebrows.
Yeah, he's penciled those in.
Yeah, but he also waxed the end of them off. Whoa.
Ugh. He scares me.
Claymation. Does he have a little gold choker on?
Yeah, little gold chainies.
I didn't like her dress on.
No, I didn't like the color.
She doesn't dress well for her body. She's got a cute little figure, but she wears weird. Actually, like her wedding dress, I thought it was a cute dress, but not on her because it's very short-waisted and she's petite and it just kind of cut her in a weird place.
Her mom looked like devastated when she said yes.
Her mom, I think, is the 60-year-old version of Kathy cartoon. Ack!
Yeah.
Right?
She's wearing a wig, right?
Oh, I don't
know there's anything
so.
wrong with that.
Oh, yeah. Remember when her sister was talking to her and she's like, you know what you're going to do, right? Like, you know what you're going to do.
No, because I fast forwarded through all that stuff. I just wanted to see the altar.
Okay. Because her sister said something to her like, don't just feel like you have to say yes because someone's going to be mad at you. And she's like, oh, Mom. And she's like,
these are the first to break up.
Well, they're not living together. I get the not living together because like you don't want to break 2 leases, but I don't know. Something's kind of weird with that. Like you could still pay your roommates, but live with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad that she's keeping a space from him though.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree. But that's and actually that's another one where Vanessa Lachey is like, but wouldn't that actually be cheaper if you shared a place instead of 2 places? Shut up. She's like blinking Morse code for like SOS. Stupid Vanessa Lachey. God, she sucks.
Yeah, she was definitely the worst part of this.
Just one more time for this hair.
Is
that extensions like, clipped in with just a blonde?
I think it's just a blonde extension that's been swirled around her regular hair. It looks so bad.
Nancy. She needs to be styled. Oh, yeah.
It's too bad.
Anyone else? Did we get to everyone? I'm trying to think. Anything else? Nick Lachey did a little fisties, a little second time's the charm, right, man? To Matt.
Oh, God.
They broed out over it. Hey, speaking of pilled out Nick Lachey, Jessica Simpson for Pottery Barn Kids.
Ooh, God. What is going on there?
I mean, she's slurry as hell. Let's
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, look, it's all part of the journey.
Yeah.
Part of sobriety is, what's it called? Relapse.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
Do you think it was like the crew showed up and there was no canceling of the Pottery Barn shoot today?
Oh, she just also doesn't really look healthy, though.
No.
God. Well,
it's not a birthday. It was almost like a Tanya from Team Mom. It's not a birthday.
It seemed like they would have been like, we'll do or like do some like ADR on that later.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's get some little, like, show her throwing Birdie around or coloring a picture.
Yeah, and then just do voiceover.
Have her do the voiceover later, right?
Yeah. Like first thing in the morning.
God, why don't we have a career in this?
No. Well, this is our career right now.
That's right.
Speaking of which, thanks for joining us, guys. I think that's it.
Yeah, we're going to go record a recap of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And that'll be up on We Love to Hate TV. You guys know the drill, right?
I'm surprised we have so many people joining us today.
I know. Crazy. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back on Sunday for some Sister Wives.
Oh my God, it's happening. Knife in the kidney. Bye-bye. Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like or even a